Did you know that Stamford Bridge, the iconic home of Chelsea Football Club, has a history that goes back over 140 years? From its early days as an athletics ground to becoming one of the most famous football stadiums in the world, Stamford Bridge is a site full of rich stories and pivotal moments in Chelsea's history. Whether you're a long-time supporter or just learning about the club, here's everything you need to know about Stamford Bridge and how it became the fortress we know today. Stamford Bridge's story actually begins long before Chelsea was even formed. Opened in 1877, the ground was initially designed for athletics, not football. It wasn't until 1904, when brothers Gus and Joseph Mears bought the land, that Stamford Bridge's future as a football stadium started to take shape. The Mears brothers originally approached Fulham FC to use the stadium, but when Fulham passed on the offer, they created Chelsea Football Club in 1905, and Stamford Bridge became the Blues' home from day one. Designed by the legendary architect Archibald Leach, Stamford Bridge was built to be massive. With a capacity of around 100,000, it was one of the largest stadiums in England at the time. It quickly became a hub for major events, including FA Cup finals and even early international matches. The stadium's open design and sprawling terraces created an incredible atmosphere, with tens of thousands of fans packing the ground on match days. But it hasn't always been smooth sailing. By the 1970s, Chelsea hit financial difficulties, and attempts to redevelop Stamford Bridge went terribly wrong. A series of costly rebuilding efforts left the club in debt, and at one point, there was a serious risk that the club might lose its beloved home. Developers wanted to turn the site into luxury housing, and for a while, it looked like Stamford Bridge might be lost forever. Then came the club's savior, Ken Bates. In the early 1990s, Bates, who was chairman of the club, fought to secure ownership of Stamford Bridge through a series of legal battles. His efforts saved the ground from falling into the hands of developers, ensuring it remained Chelsea's home. From that point on, Stamford Bridge underwent a massive transformation. The terraces were replaced with modern seating, and the stadium was gradually redeveloped to meet modern standards, eventually becoming the 40,000-seater stadium we know today, and what memories Stamford Bridge holds. From Chelsea's first Premier League title, win under Jose Mourinho in 2005, to that unforgettable Champions League night in 2012, when Didier Drogba's late header against Napoli sent the crowd into a frenzy. Stamford Bridge has seen it all: legendary players like Gianfranco Zola, Frank Lampard, and John Terry, and incredible victories that have defined Chelsea's place in football history. Today, Stamford Bridge is more than just a football ground. It's a symbol of Chelsea's resilience, ambition, and passion. Future redevelopment plans are in the works, but one thing is for sure: Stamford Bridge will always be at the heart of Chelsea Football Club. Whether you're reliving past glories or witnessing new history in the making, there's nothing quite like a match day at the Bridge.